T-R-O. I ain't come to play.
All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Come on, fellas. Win! 57, come on! 6-man.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big series right here. We got to step up.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Down. 188. 57. Watch the car. Watch the car. Nice 57. 57's mark.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Break down. 180. 54 Mike. Target.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. 808.
57 to Mike. 57 to
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the pressure gets to him again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
check 53. Gotta do better.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mariota, and he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. 6-18.
Carnell on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
first down carry for Henry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing is Mariota. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr uncorks one for Davis. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Switch. Joker. Motion.
Mariota on first down. Flush to his, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
84. Who's got 84? Check 84.
Throwing, Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mariota now. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second and 5 now. Carr, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Switch up, switch up.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Harold Landry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing on first down is Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jarrell Casey able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Seven.
We're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. We ain't giving up nothing.
Express.
And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, let's get this. Get this.
From the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. 93. 93.
Now Carr. It's complete to Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Strong right. Strong right. Hey, Echo. 55 Mike.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. This is fielded at the goal line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 38, Carr, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
You gotta get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come to my work. We want it. Come to 29. 20.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing and communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. First down, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mariota. Complete. It's Henry. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Brett Kern now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, watch move. Check right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down. 180. Right there, 54 miles. Watch the run. Hey, 734.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
7:34. Mike's 57. 57's right. I got
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Alert. 3 down. White Monday down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Raider touchdown. 22 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mariota throwing complete there to Walker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it again with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kiss it on the ground.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
57, come on. Exit.
On 1st down, it's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Right there, 54. Right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That's good for 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw his car. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Where are they, team? Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Go nowhere, 22, go nowhere.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.